Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be talking about my go-to vegan supermarket shopping. I don't know how to word it, but these are the stuff that I pick up in the supermarket. These are just generic stuff that I pick up. Like, I used to go in the supermarket and I would never know what to pick up, and I would pick up so much random things and I would end up making so much random things to the point where it didn't taste nice. So if you find yourself doing that, go and find some recipes and just try and follow the recipe and put the stuff together properly. Yeah, so I'm going to be showing you the things that I naturally pick up now, things that I keep in my cupboard all the time just in case I'm going to prepare a certain meal. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my olive oil. So I purchased this olive oil from Marks and Spencer's, and it's ordinary olive oil, but if I would recommend anything, I would say get an extra virgin olive oil, and I use this to sprinkle on my salads. I don't use this to cook with or fry with. I just use this on salads only. Get extra virgin olive oil. The second thing I'm going to be talking about is this vegan mayo. This is by Plant Kitchen and I purchased it in Marks and Spencer, and it is vegan mayo. I've never used it before, but I thought let me try it. All the other vegan mayos that I saw had a lot of stuff that I don't want in my ingredients, so this was the best one in terms of ingredients that I found, even though it does contain sugar. So at least I can read the ingredients out to you and they're not very long. So it contains rapeseed oil, water, vinegar, salt, sugar, broad bean, protein, stabilizer, gum, preservative, mustard extract. I'm not too keen on the sugar, nor the mustard, nor the gum, nor the preservative, but it had a lot less bad ingredients. So I thought let me give this a go and I'll try and incorporate it into one of my salads. The next thing I'm going to show you is these plum tomatoes. Italian chopped tomatoes, whatever. But I prefer to buy the plum cherry tomatoes, or the little small ones, in the cardboard box, which is organic, and I usually get them from Waitrose. But recently I purchased these from Sainsbury's because I was rushing. No matter where you get them from, they're going to be very, very cheap. Even if you get the organic ones in Waitrose, they're like £1 or 64p. They're very cheap and they're really handy when it comes to incorporating them into Italian meals, Indian meals, all different kind of cuisines. You can use this. They're very handy, they're very cheap. Sometimes I do get the tin ones, which are organic and they are BPA free. If I do get anything that's in a tin, it has to be organic and BPA free. But if you don't purchase the tin ones, get the cardboard ones. They're very handy. Another thing I'm going to talk about is an avocado. Avocado is very quick and easy to add to any meal. It's very nutritious, it's nice, it's tasty. You can use it in leftovers from the night before and just cook it the next day. You can have avocados on toast. There's so much things you can do with an avocado, and it's just a great accessory to add to your shopping list. Another thing I'm going to talk about is something that I purchased recently actually, and it's date sugar. It's the first time I've actually seen date sugar. I usually see date syrup, and I was actually going to make my own date sugar, but I didn't know if my blender was strong enough, so I thought let me purchase this. It was so expensive. It was £4.86 for 500 grams, and to me that's expensive. £5 for sugar. But it's date sugar and it's natural and it's alkaline and it's good for you. So once I do try this, I'm going to tell you guys how it tastes. But I think in our cupboards and on our shopping list, we should always have something sweet, no matter if it's natural. Well, it should be natural, but I think we should have something sweet. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is a continuation to my date sugar. It's dates. I can't live without dates. They're nice, they're sweet. You can add them to cakes, you can add them to muffins, you can add them to cookies, you can add them to baking, you can add them to so much things. And I've been baking a lot recently and I really like to incorporate dates into my meals when I bake. So I love dates. They're alkaline, they're really good for you, they're good for your digestion, they're good, they give you fiber, they help with constipation. sorry. They help with constipation and stuff like that, so I definitely would recommend to add dates to your shopping list and keep them in your cupboard. Another thing, I cannot live without this now, and I used to feel like I had like a coconut allergy, but somehow it could have gone away, but I can't live without coconut cream. So this coconut cream is by Biona. It's organic and it is BPA free. If you do purchase anything in the tin and you're serious about your health, try and get something that is BPA free. No BPA used in can lining. BPA is a form of plastic, and once it is heated, it slightly, even at room temperature, it can become toxic and the molecules change, and it's very detrimental to your health, your hormones. Bad for women, bad for men, but especially women. So try and stay away from any kind of plastic that contains BPA. And if you're not familiar with BPA, just do a bit of research on BPA. But I can't live without my coconut cream. Like, I use it in everything. If you want like a creamy pasta, add coconut cream. If you want like a creamy curry, add coconut cream. If you want like a creamy Chinese, no. But I can't live without the coconut cream. So this is always going to be in my cupboard. So, you know, when I was talking about the BPA-free organic cherry tomatoes, they come in a tin like this. And I don't know if Biona does them, but I usually get them from Waitrose. But Biona, you can purchase Biona stuff from like a health food shop. I cannot live without my chickpeas. I usually purchase organic chickpeas in a packet and I soak them for over 12 hours and eventually I cook them. I do that. I'm not a lazy person. I'm very authentic and I'm very traditional. But sometimes when you're just having a day where you just can't be bothered to cook and you're really tired, you need to have chickpeas in your cupboard. These are by Mr. Organic. I purchased these from Holland & Barrett. They're BPA free, they're organic, they're chickpeas, they're alkaline, they're good for you. They're good if you have children and you need to whip up a cooked meal. They're already cooked. All you need to do is warm them up, add them to any kind of dish or meal, curries, anything. Like, they're just so good. Like, I can't recommend them enough. Another thing is coconut oil. Coconut oil is so good for you. Just try and get an organic form. Try and get a good organic one from a reputable source and a good country. This one's from Sri Lanka and it's really good to take even like a spoonful a day. It cleanses your insides, it's antibacterial, it's antiviral. Coconut oil is very good for you. It's good to cook with. You can fry with coconut oil. It can be pricey, but coconut oil is really, really good for you. So I would recommend it for cooking, for all different kinds of stuff. I would recommend coconut oil. But yeah, just have it in your cupboard. Pasta. So this is spelt pasta. I try and stay away from that wheat stuff. Like, I try and not do wheat at all. I'm very much into spelt, and I was trying to find like the macaroni to make macaroni and cheese, but I only found the fasulli. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's the Italian name for a certain type of pasta. But this is organic white spelt, and it's also got by Biona, and it's organic. And spelt is an alkaline wheat, but it says spelt wheat flour, and I don't really know what that means because I thought it was just spelt. I don't know if that means it has wheat in it. I hope it doesn't. But I know spelt is very good for the body because it's easier to digest than wheat. It's easier for your body to break down the spelt. And with the wheat, you know, you can get irritable bowel syndrome, you can get cramps, you can get bloating, and I don't have time for that. So I love pasta, I love Italian meals. So if you're gonna have something in your cupboard and on your shopping list, get some spelt pasta. Okay, so you know, I just showed you guys a coconut cream in the tin. This is another alternative. This is in like the cardboard. I prefer anything in a cardboard. Even if the tin says BPA free, I still prefer it in a cardboard. But please be organic. This one isn't organic, and I purchased this from Sainsbury's, but yeah, it's like a quick fix. It's quite expensive as well. It's like £3 for something that's not organic and that's not in a health store. It's quite expensive, but you know, in those smaller supermarkets, they always charge quite a bit more because it's just more convenient to get to. So this is coconut cream, just Sainsbury's brand. I haven't really read much about it, unfortunately, but usually I would get an organic one, so don't worry about that. I'm just trying to look for the ingredients and I can't see it, but I'm just imagining that it's because it's just coconut cream. It says shake vigorously before opening. I've used this before and it's very, very thick. Very thick, but something about coconut cream, I just love it, especially in my curries. It's so creamy and rich and succulent, and it gives the food like a bittersweet taste, and I just don't like bitter taste. But once you incorporate those sugars in it, oh my god. And I used Berk sugar. It's a sugar that comes from a tree, and I've kind of distanced myself from agave because of a lot of stuff that I've heard about it recently. But I've been using Berk sugar and it's been okay. But my body doesn't like any type of sugar. But if I'm going to use something, I'll either use date sugar or Berk sugar. I had limes in the bag. My poor little limes. Always get limes. Limes are so good for you. They're alkaline. And I get seeded limes. And I get them from a lady that sells seeded Jamaican limes. And I prefer seeded limes, and definitely prefer them if they're from Jamaica because it's a natural warm climate, and I know that they don't use any greenhouses to grow their stuff. And yeah, so limes are really good. I love to sprinkle them on my salads. I love to keep them in the kitchen. And yeah, limes. Spelt. This is spelt grain, so it's just the grain. I'm yet to try it. I purchased it recently. It's something that I'm trying to incorporate into my diet, and apparently it's sort of like a white rice alternative. And you know, nearly everyone's in love with white rice. I still don't know why people love white rice so much, because I don't, but I could kind of understand, you know, why people are just so used to eating white rice. But anyway, I'm yet to try the spelt, but I think it's a good thing to just have at hand if you just want to make a nice rice meal. So if you are like on survival mode and you really just need to go to the supermarket and pick up some things, I think these are the go-to things to pick up, because with all these things you can make so much meals. And if you have all of these things in your cupboard, like once you find a recipe, you're just going to have to buy peppers, vegetables, onions, maybe garlic, have your seasonings, and you can whip up so much meals of these stuff. You can you can whip up curries, you can whip up like a nice Italian meal, you can whip up a korma, you can whip up a Mexican meal. Remember, you got your chickpeas, you know, you can even get like the beans that come in little cartons like this. Remember to try and get organic ones, depending how serious you are about your health. If you don't care, get what you want, but I'm very serious about my health, and I like using organic things and things that are not grown with pesticides and things that aren't detrimental to my health. So this completes my video, guys. I hope some of these products have helped you to know what to pick up when you go in the supermarket, or just what to have in your cupboard when you need to make some emergency food. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. Please remember to give me a thumbs up, comment, probably subscribe, share, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.